in your shoes. They are going to see the benefit. They are seeing the happy ending, which is called the pleasure, or if I am, say, how I can get out of the sickness. There are two types of sickness. There's a sickness of the body, and there's a sickness of the body. Most of the people who have come over here in the Middle East, it's not because they had the sickness of the body, they had the sickness of their pockets. So that's why they are over here. So what you need to do is transfer this knowledge in a very natural, beautiful way. And while you're telling the story, you're developing some sort of a relationship with that person. Never ever talk about your food supplements and about the money or anything. When you are talking about the story, try to build that relationship and have that passion, that enthusiasm in you. And let the other person imagine whether that person can come out. So basically, the purpose of the story is, of course, transferring of the knowledge, what the person doesn't know. So there are certain principles of storytelling, and that is, if I'm talking to a person, I should have a proper eye contact. You cannot just keep on telling the story by looking down or looking here and there. So that connection is not there. Have to have that body language, which I said, 93%, that should flow to the other person. Then only that person gets. You should be prepared for a nice story, your real story, your voice, your volume, the tone that you are having, and the speed that you are talking. If I talk very fast and then you cannot get what is the use. Or if I talk very slow, if the person gets bored. It should be the storytelling or the talking that I do should be so that the other person can understand. Whether it is in your language or whether it is in English. So all this makes your story an impact. So let me tell you, whatever I've given you the foundation of story, I am going to tell the story of health, wealth, freedom, and happiness. The purpose of my telling a story is because I'm not trying to take somebody else's story, and I want to not just impress that this is what I did, but I want to impress upon you that you can have the real story also. So my beginning is who I was. This is the beginning of my story. I mean, people get very impressed with the F-16 aircraft and my uniform as a Pakistani Air Force officer. That was my past. Alhamdulillah, it was a beautiful story. I started my career. And then in 2003, I joined the company. That's the middle. Okay? Why I joined? I tell the people that it was because of my health reason. Alhamdulillah, I found the health solution, and then I saw that there is an opportunity for getting my freedom. So this is a real story. I mean, you need to really work on yourself to have where you were, where you are right now, and where you want to be. So my present right now is, alhamdulillah, I'm traveling around the world, trying to help people. This is my present. Making a difference in the lives of the others. And this is not in terms of only money. This is the audience that I had in Lima a couple of years back. And this is the audience that you're looking at I had in Casablanca just 3 days back. I was there, and 700 people are right there. And you see, this is we had in Sheraton Casablanca. And alhamdulillah, all these people have come from far and wide, from 7 hours drive from Agadir, from Sahara Desert, from Tangier, to come and attend to this big recognition night that we have. So my story, whatever I have, you can have it yourself. So from the health came my personal freedom. Like I said, that everybody had come because of the sickness of the heart. In the Middle East, you agree that you come over here to 1 month.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the only reason that you are here.
Yeah.
You were earning in your own country, but you were not making enough money. You could not save. You want to go higher. So, this is what you should be looking at. You should map your freedom. And alhamdulillah, I mean, the book that I have written is around that. How I got my freedom. The brand Map Your Freedom was in 2005. When, after 2 years of me joining, I could see that I can get my freedom. And that was the time this Map Your Freedom was born. Alhamdulillah, through me, through my story, a lot of other people have also got. Now, what is the future of my story? Now, it's not about the health. Of course, I'm still using the products. It's not about the money. I mean, remember the financial freedom that people are looking at is whatever expense that you have, say if it is 5,000 dirham, and you start getting passive income of 7,000 dirham, you are having a financial freedom. So there are a lot of people who have got a financial freedom. I'm just one of them. Now my aim or my story is to touch the lives of millions. I don't not now looking at just 1,000 or 200. I've already coached over 100,000 people worldwide. Only this time. So let me tell you one thing for sure. I'm older than most of you. How many people are above 60? Please raise your hand. Above 60. So we have got few young people who are above 60 or just 60. They are saying it. So remember, this age, a lot of people say it's just a number. And I've seen my neighbor, he's 87 years old. 87 years old. In that neighborhood, everybody is about 80. So I'm a young guy over there.
Wow.
So you can well imagine. But when I see them, I really get the enthusiasm. I mean, look at these guys, the best gardens, the best activities, they are going out and doing whatever a young guy can do. But the important thing is when you're healthy, then it becomes a number. You can be a very young person, 25 years old. But if you are sick, then
Useless.
you are having all the youth, all the money, all the fame, all the power. Everything is multiplied by zero.
Right.
So, alhamdulillah, we have products which have helped millions of people. Right now, we are 9 million people who are using our product and getting the benefit of our product. So, now my question to you is, what is your story? Do you have a story? So, what I'm going to do is, at the end, I want 3 volunteers to come in the front and they have to tell their story in 1 minute. And whoever gives the best story will get a prize. What prize you would like to share?
Mushroom.
Anything from there? You want mushroom?
Yes, sir.
He wants Michael Victor. So whatever Chevy gives it out, so there will be a prize. But more important is the story has to come out from here. Nobody else is. It should be your story. So I'll give the first privilege to the ladies and then the rest to the men over here. So this is at the end. This is something that I don't know if it will play or not. There's a guy by the name. Today I was looking at this beautiful video. The gentleman name is Darren Hardy. Darren, anybody knows this person? Darren Hardy or Darren Daly? He's a motivational speaker. He's a really successful person. Darren Hardy or Darren Daly. You go Google, and this is all about stories, the impact of stories. So, real people, real stories. So remember, it's my 17th year going in DXN. Alhamdulillah. It's a beautiful journey that I'm having after getting my freedom, of course. And I got my freedom in January of 2007. So if I can get it at age 50 plus, I was at that 50 plus. You are very, very young people. you should not have any excuse that you cannot get your freedom. So whatever money that you are earning, whether it is 3,000 dirham or 5,000 or maybe 10,000, you make that your target to get your financial freedom. So now I'm going to talk about the product stories and the testimonials. So there are not one, there are thousands of stories, the real stories of people who have come out of their diseases. This case is for breast cancer, and then we have this case which is of night blindness, where I'm involved with Dr. Digit in Pakistan. So our product, remember, those new people who have come over here, is not specific for any disease or organ. I'll repeat, our product goes in the cause of the problem, not the symptoms, not the organ, not the disease. Those who are using the product, they know exactly. Our products are food supplements. That is not a pharmacy, that's not drugs, and we are not doctors. Anybody who is suffering from any disease should be continuing with their medicine, and at the same time they should be using this as supplement or as superfood. So I can keep on talking. There are a lot of people who come over here, like Dr. Asma and Dr. Ranjan, Dr. Ratana, and there are a lot of materials in the YouTube also now. It's the age of social media. They can keep on talking for hours. Even our great Dr. Lim talks about gynotherapy and all that. But you have to use that knowledge inside your body. You cannot talk from here. I said, your story has to come out. And my friend over here, Mr. Farah, I'll tell him to share his story. And not a very long time. It's just about 6 months or less. And he'll tell you his story. I've got my friend from Air Force, my colleague Hamza. Since 2003, he's been using our product. Very, very loyal consumers. The guy who came over here, remember the person who had to go, he came all the way from Malaysia. And his mom is using the product since 2003. Why these guys are, this guy, you must have seen the guy with the muscles and all that. He is Iron Man of UAE. And you want to know what's an Iron Man? Just Google what is an Iron Man. So there are success stories, not one, two, there are many success stories in EXM. So how many people have gone through the success stories of all these people? Just raise your hand. Raise your hand. So you see, you would like to become successful. Then you've got a tool which is called dxntu.com. So everyone who is here as Crown Ambassador, their reach to become that, how they did that, their stories are there. I mean, this lady was over here, Dharam Sila. Buddhiman had been here. Dr. Parwana, a great guy again. All these people have some practical, real stories. You want to become successful, find out what they did right. How did they become successful? You know, the neighbor of mine, he was 87 years young. That's what he calls himself. So I asked him, I said, Bob, you're just not an ordinary Canadian. You're, mashallah, way up. At some time he was earning multi-million dollars, not one, per month. That was his business turnover. So I asked him one question. I said, Bob, tell me, what is the secret you'd like to tell to the people? You know what he said? He said, read real people's stories, autobiography of people. If somebody has written their story, who is at that level, whether he's a president, or he's a prime minister, or he's an artist, or he's a Michael Jackson, or anybody, they have come to that level after many, many years. Michael Jordan, one of my favorite stories of the superstar in basketball. So you have stories of successful people in DXN. So that's your homework for the coming 1 week. Go to dxntu.com and go and read their stories. And some people, for example, out of these, we have the video of Mr. Salimuddin. Now, in Gulf, we have got so many Crown Ambassador, and there are videos of people, and those videos, again, it attracts, and you can use this video to tell the stories of the people. Now, when DXN Malaysia said that you are going to be covered by some European people who will come and do the video shows. So can you imagine, for 2 weeks I stopped my business. I started writing scripting, in fact, what I'm going to put in that story, video story. So it was no doubt a success story but mine, but I had in mind how my success story is going to make Obad or make Ramesh or make Abdullah or Farida successful. That was basically my aim. So there are 15 success tips which helped me to become where I am today or where I was at that time. So this is about those success stories. Now I'll tell you some of the success stories of people. How many people know this guy, Jamal Masad? Raise your hand. So we have got 3-4 people. A real success story. He was a policeman in Abu Dhabi, and from there he moved over to become financial freedom he got. Then he moved to Malaysia, and imagine he's addressing hundreds and thousands of people. Crown Ambassador, one of the most successful Arab leaders in the world. That's him. Just a guy in the motorbike. And I met him in 2004. Because his cousin said, please, Mr. Mani, my cousin is not listening to me. And this is the problem with the relatives. If your sisters or brothers or whatever, cousins, uncles, they're not listening. Because they always remember whatever mistake you have done when you were 10 years or 20 years, they still remember your mistake. How can you become successful? How can you talk about all this success story? So better use third-party credibility. So that's what he did, and I had a chit chat, and within one day he joined, and then he made he made huge network with one of the most successful Arab leaders around the world. So now I come to a story of 2 laborers. This was a laborer in Pakistan working in the tanneries. Leather thing, carrying it from one point to the other. His salary was hardly $35 per month. Imagine. And now he is presenting the Memento to Dr. Lin. This is in Royal Caribbean Cruise in 2012-13. Another story of this guy, again a laborer who was in the construction over here in Dubai. 2013, his name is Fida, and can you see him there? Can you see him here in 2015? And this is just a month back I was there, and look at him. A big change. Like him, there are a lot of laborers here also. We have got a lot of success stories together. So you don't have to be a Crown Ambassador to talk about the story. Now he is using social media in order to. So he wants the mic to be talking. So the thing is that imagine a laborer who is not having higher education, and now his network is around the world. So there was an audio clip I just moved on because I have already done about 30 minutes. Now this is the success stories of the refugees of Iraq, Syria and Libya. I go every year to Istanbul, Turkey, and these are the people who are deaf and refugees. And imagine the life of refugees. You are blessed people, staying in a free world, getting whatever, alhamdulillah, your salary and the lifestyle completely different. You go and see these refugees, your eyes will start, having water, you will start crying. And these guys are getting from $300 to $3,000 to even $10,000, these refugees. Then from your own city, from your own country, UAE, we've got two courageous ladies. And everybody knows, Wafa Bader and Roshan. I met them when they had their husband. So this is now, her husband was doing a very good business for hotel refurbishment before 2008. Wafa's husband was running a huge business for aircrafts. So you can well imagine when you are trying to negotiate for the aircraft deals, it's not a normal business. Private jets. And then after some time, their husband died. So it's a very cruel and ruthless world, especially for women, when they are all by themselves. And they fought back. In the last 10, 12 years, they have transformed their lives and the lives of their families and the lives of many, many people. She's right now, Roshanara is presenting in Sharjah, otherwise she would have been over here. So, if a widow can do it, Alhamdulillah, you with your whole families can do it much, much better. This is a single mom story. Her name is Mehnaz Kiran. She was over here. And her husband died. I'm going to read her story because before coming over here, I told her, please send me your story. And now she's doing a women power workshop in Pakistan in January. So I told her to tell me, Mehnaz, your story. So she said, before I joined DXN, I worked with a shipping company as a sales manager for 9 years. But the job did not give me much satisfaction due to the uncertainty in the industry and the time frame. Can anybody say your job is secure?
No.
Can anybody say over here? No. So that is what she felt 9 years. It was the main reason for me to look for some sort of an alternative that could give a backup plan to support myself and at the same time fulfill my dreams. Therefore, everybody has come here with a dream. Do you have a dream?
Yes.
I did not yet. Did you have a dream?
Yes.
Your dream is also like that. So what do you expect? Yes. I mean, that is not the way to talk about the dream. Now, how, you see again, the beginning of the story, the journey that she has over here, the beginning of the in DXN was a blessing. My father got sick, and then from that, she saw the product work because of this organic product that is there. And then when my father got health, I wanted to spread it and started DXN with family. You see, the dearest person in this whole world is first your mom and your dad who brought you in this world. And then you grow and then you get married and it's your wife or husband and your children. That's how the life cycle works. And look at this lady, husband died, and these are her grown-up children. What tough life she would be having as a widow. So I didn't know about the DXN business. When I came to know that there is no boss, I was surprised and glad. When I was doing job at times, it was very difficult to manage time and all the things as lady or as a single parent, as a daughter, because I had a lot of responsibility. I'm a single parent and my husband passed away 12 years back and I was supporting my family and I had a lot of responsibilities. Alright, so if you look at this freedom comes at a cost. If you want to get freedom from DXN, then the most important thing that you need to give is time. And of course, whatever you are buying, this is not spending. Some people say 100 dirham or $100 or 300 dirham. It's too much of expense, too much of money, Mr. Ghani. So I tell them, what is the cost of your health? You can have all the money in the world, as I said, and you can have all the power in the world, and you are sick, that's multiplied by zero. So, the main thing that made me go full time in DXN is the time freedom. I can give more time to my children, and with DXN, you do get time freedom provided you have got the financial freedom. That is most important. So she broke loose, and now she is one of the top leaders, women leader. She is a double diamond, and whatever she can think of, she is getting it. So my vision is to help others and do duplication of help. I forget my pains and tension when I help others. Now DXN is my love, my passion, my career, my life, my everything. Whoa. That's my story. And this is not just, I just about 4-5 days before going to Morocco, I said it, Mehnaz, I need your story, and that is the reason why this story was not there when I was having it in charge, if you remember. So let's join hands together and go out and reach out to help more and more people. Now I've come to the success story of social media. Of course, Laszlo, how many people know? Who's been coming here? All right. So he developed his network through social media. He came to know about DXN from social media. And this lady and the husband who was here in the beginning of this year, imagine, he joined in January of 2018. All the young girls that are over here, if you have Facebook, I'm sure, how many people have Facebook? Everybody has. So if I ask you how many people you have in your Facebook, even if it is women, so it will be at least 500. At least 500. So if not 500, say 200. Yes. So if you have 200 friends, so those friends, every person is minimum 200. 200 multiplied by 200? 40,000. Get your math right. 40,000 people you have in your reach. It will take you more than a year to reach out those 40,000 people. If somebody says, I don't know people, then they don't know what Facebook can do for you. So this lady was cooking. That's a success story. And she was teaching people. You see, in Facebook, there are a few things which are very, very popular. One is cooking. The other one is some kind of weight loss, skincare. These are the things which are very, very the top. And the other one is something about family stories and all that. So, from normal cooking to the ladies only, when DXN was introduced, she moved over to super cooking, super food. And January of this year, she had 18,000 members in her team. 18,000. Today, you know what is her rank? Somebody says, DXN is a tough business. So it is, just think of it. She is an executive crown, senior crown guy. 13 lines crown guy. 13 lines. And most probably next year, she is going to be the fastest crown ambassador in the world. This lady. This is just about 5 days back. I was having a workshop. Now I don't just give a talk like that. These are the ladies from Morocco. I've given them something to work on their mobile. I said, let's look for some prospect. Everybody is having this smartphone, whatever, Android. And they're right there in the class. They found people. How many people know about this lady called Miss Adelia? A crown ambassador, first crown ambassador of North and South America. She is from Mexico. I met her first time in 2007. And she was taking me around after my seminars and all, myself, my wife, and we were driving through Mexico City. And then my wife asked her that, Adelia, tell us about your story. And as he came to the signal, back home, the signal, there are children who are, or people who are wiping and cleaning your windshield or selling some popcorn or lollipop or something. This is in the third world country. This is what I saw in Morocco. So this is what I was doing when I was a small girl and I was, single parent child. And from there I struggled. And then somebody introduced me to the extent. Her entire life changed. Crown Ambassador, she's having more than 5 service centers in Mexico. Imagine. And I've been to 3 service centers of hers. I didn't go here. I went to Cancun. I was invited to go and do the workshop in Querétaro, and she lives in Mexico City. So in my book, again, there are a lot of stories. Story of ordinary people, story of doctors, story of women, story of laborers, story of this lady. There's a chapter called Women in Network Marketing. That's the success story of Adelia Garcia. Then comes the story of legacy. This man, we were together in the DSIP in India about 10 years back, a fighter pilot from Yemen. After he came back, his plane crashed, died. Everybody has to die, of course. All right. Now, after that, you can well imagine, he worked very hard and his earning was about $400-500. So all of us from Gulf, and especially from Dubai, we said that how we can help the widow of this person. So I volunteered to go to Yemen, and I met her children. And that small boy who came to the stage, he said that Baba is not here, he's gone. But he comes every month in the form of the TXN.
Whoa!
From $350-400 today, his net worth has got $4,000 of bonus every month. I'm talking about dollars, not dirham. So how many people over here would like to get that $2,000? Raise your hand. So the rest of the people, you can go and have your coffee. And those who are really serious to earn that $2,000, then I can teach them.